his net worth is down 50% since over the last year, which is unbelievable. It peaked at a little over 320 billion based on our estimates. And now it's at roughly 160 billion.
Does he care
And
about that? Because
well, that's
Forbes did say that he was the richest person in the world. As of last week, he fell down those ranks to second richest person, and he's continuing to still lose his net worth. Is there any inclination he cares?
so probably I mean now we're getting a little into the nitty-gritty of Forbes social media, but he tweeted once he overtook Jeff Bezos last year as the world's richest man. I think it was roughly around when Tesla stock peaked. But he tweeted citing the Forbes valuation, saying like, "Oh, I'm going to give you a silver medal next time we see each other in person." And there was something. This is a little inside baseball. There's something else of that. It was a Forbes related thing related to his wealth that he publicly commented on, and I remember covering. He like pinned it as his tweet. It was something related to like it was his, yeah. So he definitely cares at least a little bit. And I'm not sure the exact percentages off the top of my head, but roughly 60% of his wealth is tied up in Tesla stock. Another roughly 25% is in SpaceX, and SpaceX is a private company, is roughly $125 billion market, $120 billion valuation. And then the remaining is Twitter, and then other real estate type holdings. So yeah, it's hard to believe that any billionaire wants to lose their billions, but he's definitely acting in a suboptimal way to to maintain his wealth. Because, and you see, I mean, Tesla, it's down 6% today. It's among the worst performing stocks in the S&P 500, and something I'm looking at over the next few days is it might be, if it's not the worst, it's one of the 3 or 4 worst performing stocks since he first disclosed a 9% stake in Twitter on April 4th, and since he officially took power October 27th. It's completely moving against the market, and it's essentially because he's selling off billions and billions of dollars worth of Tesla stock, and more importantly, he's not paying attention to Tesla as much as he previously was.
Let's talk about this. So, his offer to step down as Twitter CEO comes as several investors at Tesla really question his commitment to the company. So, what's more valuable to him business wise, Twitter or Tesla?
I mean, you would think as a rational actor, it should be Tesla. I mean, based on market cap. I mean, his right now, even after the huge decline, Tesla still has a market cap of 440 billion. That's down from, I think it was 1.2 trillion at its peak. And he bought Twitter for 44 billion, which is 10% of that. And most people including him, say he overpaid by double. It's probably worth 20 or 25 billion. And they're not, Twitter is not making, a fraction of the revenue that Tesla is. But on the other hand, he's clearly someone that cares a lot about the masses' opinions. I mean, you saw that before he took over Twitter. He's one of the most popular figures there, and he's very entrenched in these online communities. I mean, you saw him with Dogecoin and meme investing, and he definitely cares about the public's opinion. And our colleague Alan Onsman had a great piece when Elon's purchase of Twitter went through, and it's the world's most powerful lobbying mouthpiece that there is. It's Twitter's obviously hugely influential. So, but then again, I mean, you would think that if you care about lobbying, you need to have something to lobby. And if Tesla continues to lose value on the market, then maybe that lobbying isn't as important. So I think that there's definitely a balance of power there. I think he definitely cares a lot about, a lot about both. And I mean, historically, it's not, I mean, have alluded to it. It's not like is, he doesn't have one job like the rest of us. It's not like me all of a sudden. It's, I'm working, my 9 to 5 is standard, working on the Forbes breaking news desk, and then all of a sudden I'm serving as Twitter CEO in my meantime. Like he is someone that always is wearing a lot of different hats. I mean, he says that he's barely sleeping, he's working pretty much 24/7. He's, there's also Neuralink, the boring company. I mean, he always has a lot of ventures going on, but Twitter is definitely extreme. I mean, by all accounts, it seems like it's a huge majority of his focus at this point.